Facebook group, please?
Yeah, I already have.
Okay, looks like we are live there. Okay, looks like we are live everywhere. My gosh, this is a tiny group today. Oops.
Changed week, you know.
I know. What's going on? Okay. Let me go ahead. Oops. Mark, you gonna join us out here? Okay. So, good morning. Oh no. Hi, come on in. Good morning. We are just getting started. I'm Melissa Schwartz, the managing broker for the Paradise Valley Realty One Group office, and we are having our office meeting this morning. Let me switch over to let me share my screen. That would help. And we'll get, let's see if this is going to work. All right. Well, good morning. It's spring. Is everybody ready? I am very excited to share. I know March did fly by, didn't it? We were all watching what was going on with NAR and just we blinked and it was gone. Okay, let me see if I can go to a slideshow here and get us rolling because we've got lots of, let's start with birthdays. Oh my goodness, we have lots and lots of birthdays here. Leaf, happy birthday. We've got other April birthdays in the room. Got a couple. That's a lot of people. We got a lot of April birthdays. Okay. So that was like we had to like change the graphics behind this because we had so many. We were trying to figure out how to squeeze them all on there. And we've got a lot of April anniversaries. I don't think quite as many as August, which is I think when the transition took place. Yeah. But we have quite a few people. Heidi with 10 years, Aaron with 9, Diane with 9, and Willie with 9. Those folks have been around here for a while because Realty One Group bought John Holland Associates 12 years ago. So you've got some folks that joined right after that. So welcome. Lucinda there, 2 years. A couple of other folks, a year or two. So I'm going to stop here on this this $1 million club for just a second. Let me move my picture out of the way. So, it's always fun to watch this because, we kind of feel like we get a pulse for what the market is. But in reality, right, the $1 Million Club is just those individuals that are either working high ticket, high priced homes, right, or multiple clients. So it's one of the two. But what is fascinating here is in March, any guesses on whether or not the dollar volume went up or down from February? Any guesses? Up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Based on that base, it's down.
So it went down from February. February had $83.9 million in sales in February, and we're at 61 million. However, it says we touched 128 lives. Any guesses on whether that number went up or down from February? Went up. It went up a lot. We were only at 109 lives. So, that's the only thing when we're looking at this $1 Million Club, without looking at how many lives and how much total volume, it just shows you some people that are top producers, and we thank you all very much. We're glad you're here and we want to help you out. And I hope all of you get a chance to be on that $1 Million Club once. It's quite a rush. It's like, yeah, I made it. So it's not the ultimate, but it's great to be on there. So some new names up here, some shifting of who's done a good deal of activity last month. So nice to see some folks up there. Congrats to all of you. Great job. And yes, we use your photos from your profile. So if you want a different photo up there, please let us know. So kind of fun there. All right, let's look at the entire snapshot. And I did, yes,
Before you go on to that.
Yep.
just a suggestion.
sure.
It doesn't apply to this particular meeting, because I know probably everybody, but hello. Thank you. So can I make a suggestion that when we start our meetings, that we have everybody introduce themselves, because we don't know hardly anybody in this office.
I don't mind doing that today, but the reality is if we have 50 people in here, my meeting will go till 11:30 or 11:45 if we do that. Just time wise, if everybody says hello, it will stretch it out. Today, we don't have a lot of agents here, so be happy to do that. We've got folks online. We've got 4 people online. I can open those up because we've looks like we've got Deborah Mason online instead of, oh, nice to see you there. And Gloria and then Jennifer. I don't know which Jennifer. So, but yeah, you're welcome to do that. If you want to go around, Mark, can I pick on you and start?
Sure, Mark Walters,
How long have you been with Realty One Group?
since the beginning.
Okay, since they took over John Hall, we'll say that beginning.
Barbara Valentino since the beginning of time. Not since the beginning of time. So you're younger, okay, that's right. And I don't remember when I came home. Where were you before?
Rick Swanson from the beginning. Can I just make a shout out to Bonnie for having 25 years as a realtor?
Oh, that's right. 25 years in real estate. Congratulations to both of you. Awesome. Go ahead, Joni.
I'm Joni Adams. I have been with the One Group since that, and before that was John Hall Associates. I've been with them for 31 years, and I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Awesome.
Good luck. Good luck. You too. No, you as well. And I'm Holly Keeler. I think I've been here 12 or 13 years. I've been with this about 24, and I was with probably.
Now, funny fact about Holly, would you tell them what you've done other than doing real estate?
I've been a middle school science teacher for many years. And real estate kind of started to take a dive. I was a single mom, and I had to have a job where I had a paycheck. Taught at the school where she was too. 40 years. And she was part of with this whole group that would come in, because I was heading up the, and our school was so funny. I never mentioned I was in real estate, and that came in the office one time, she's been here, she's like, oh, wait, let's make it known that I did real estate. So it's been great, now it's supposed to be a broker. So
Yep.
I'm thrilled.
My kids went through her school, never had her as the teacher, but I knew her from the PTO for the 4 years my kids were at that middle school. So quite fun. So, all right, we're going to circle around the table and we'll get the back row. Go ahead, Barb.
I'm Barb Shafak with Lending, and I've been out of this office for over a year. And I've been with the Realty One offices for 5 years.
Hi, Jan Camel, since the beginning of time.
How long have you been a realtor?
20.
Okay. All right.
I'm Sherry Chappell. I'm new to this office. I was over in the Hayden office. Joined Realty One 5 years ago, right at the end of 2019. So we don't know that first year went.
Yeah.
And I started 12 years ago at Arizona Best. So I was with them for 7 years. And thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm Julie Saula. I have a license more than 20 years, but active, inactive. All of a sudden I get my friend, somebody who did 7 deals and one like a couple Indian temple came.
Little bit of everything.
Yeah, little bit of everything.
Okay.
For anything to learn.
All right, let's jump to you and then we'll go to the back row.
Good morning, Derek Brandon with American Home Shield. I've been in real estate for a little over 13 years and with American Home Shield for about 2 years.
Fantastic. Thank you. All right, to the back row back there. Who wants to start? Lloyd? I don't know if somebody.
I'm Lynn Johnson and I'm with Rock Title, and this is like my second time around this office, but I've been with this for a long time. I'm working with Rock Title. I've been upstairs for 6 months and I've been in the business as of May, it'll be 38 years.
Woo!
Keep about him and see you guys go upstairs with Roberta. I've been here just over a year, with Rock Title. I have been in the industry for 29 years and bilingual, and I'm here to show you the art of vegetables.
Oh, well done, well done.
Deborah Leon with Offerpad. I've been in the industry for over 25 years. I'm a realtor in California for over 17 years and been with Offerpad for over going on 4. We'll be speaking to you in a bit.
I'm Kathy Porter. I'm with Offerpad. I've been an agent, I'd say 20 years, but I've kind of lost track. I think it's been 20 years. I've been with Offerpad for 15 years and I'm here with Deborah. That's for her presentation.
All right, I'm going to turn this around. Anyone online that would like to jump on and put a camera on, you're welcome to do that. And say hello. You should be able to unmute. You're not able to?
Hi, it's Deborah, but I don't have a camera attached to my laptop.
Okay, good morning,
You
Deborah.
guys know me. Gosh, the questions. Oh, I'm at 9.5 years at Realty One Group Paradise Valley. So in December, I'll celebrate 10 years. Woohoo! History. Oh gosh. Last month was my 40-year anniversary of getting my license.
Wow.
I was 2 years old. I was a prodigy. If you didn't see that in the
Absolutely.
news, if you didn't see that in the news, but I didn't work in real estate that whole time. I started in real estate full time in the year 2000. Have done resale, new homes, REO, all different markets. So it's been an adventure, and happy to be at Realty One Group.
And you're not done yet.
No, not done.
There you go. Good.
Okay, except if I win the lottery, I might be done.
All right. Alexandria, Gloria, Jennifer, Marilyn, anyone who want to jump on and say hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Say, just wave, get out the door and go.
Oh, no.
Well, she don't get, I don't want to interrupt anything.
Go ahead, Alexandria.
So I'm Alexandria. I've been with Realty since August. And I've been licensed for 2 years, except I just started my license back utilizing my license back in July of last year.
Awesome. Thank you. Anybody else online? Okay, go ahead.
I'm Jennifer. I've been a realtor 20+ years. I don't even know how long I've been here. I've been here a few years.
Several years.
Yeah.
And she has two hats that she wears. The other hat is sometimes useful for all of you to know.
Oh, yeah, I have a company called Legal Stuff. I do legal documents. I specialize in probate and foreclosure.
Right.
Great.
So,
Enjoy.
Mamta, you wanted to say hello?
About myself,
Yes. How long have you been in real estate?
2003,
Okay, few years.
few years, 2011.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I've done short sales, foreclosures. I've even sold, I used to work with another gentleman, we used to partner and we sold even gas stations and shopping centers.
Wow. Okay. So see, we've got specialists all around
And
here.
I'm working on a transaction, with someone else. I've just got into contract for an office plaza.
There you go.
Just hopefully it works out. We need. So that's the big thing.
Yep. Commercial takes time.
And I'm certified in land sales. I don't need paper. Used to sell a lot of land. I've sold in Maricopa to North Scottsdale. But now we can't get financing for land. So that's the job.
I do land. I do land loans.
Yeah, but
Okay, you guys can talk about that later. All right, let's get back to our meeting. Thank you, Joni. I appreciate that. And I encourage you that if I don't have the chance to do that at the end of the meeting, say hello to the people sitting near you and introduce yourself. Because one of the reasons we do not only the office meeting in person, but also either the wine Wednesdays or the other, like the leap year day, is so that you get a chance to actually meet each other, because you learn things like the fact that we've got somebody that does land sales here. We've got people that do commercial sales here. We have people that have sold, who knew, gas stations. I did not know that. I have no idea what that contract would look like. So, but that's fine. I get to review a lot of those and I kind of look at them and go, wow, okay, that's interesting. But we do, and that's the beauty of Realty One Group. You can do all different types of real estate. And we support you in doing that. Let's take a quick look at the differences. I put up February's numbers and March's numbers so you can see the comparison. In the middle, you'll see the difference. The sales price was actually up $946. Solds, this is the key, right? We want the numbers going up on what is selling. Solds were up 1,000. Under contract was up about 350. That's fine. Active incoming soon was up 300. Key point, if you look at the percentage box, this box that says percent, this is year over year, not month over month. These are month over month. This is year over year. So the sales price was up, solds were down. But why was that? Why are the solds down over March of 2023? So it was right after February of 2023 that the interest rates started to skyrocket. So I think next month we will see the solds will be up because all of a sudden sales in 2023 went down, right? So, but I think this is the last March of 2023. Is that about right, Barb? That the interest rates went up to 8 around May, wasn't it? So they were skyrocketing right at the at the beginning of spring. So just something to keep an eye on. I think what's fascinating is we're up to 17,000. That's a nice size number of homes on the market, isn't it? I mean, much better than 8,000 on the market, right? So, and this is the general one. So this is the ARMLS, which means it's all over, including, unfortunately, Flagstaff, Prescott, Tucson, whoever throws something into our ARMLS will end up on that. And it's not going to let me move. There we go. Okay. Oh, try to get rid of me again here. We'll go over here. All right. So sales price increased up $10,000 over last month. List price increased $20,000. Why do you think that might be? Just making a guess. Like, we really don't know at this point, but any guesses why we might see a higher list price, but the sales price is only up 10 grand? I'm thinking it's concessions. I'm thinking people are playing cautious and trying to make sure they've got room to negotiate in that number. That's my guess. Again, we don't know. And one of the challenges that's going to happen as we remove the buyer broker commission from the MLS is we aren't going to know whether or not there were commissions and what the commissions were. I mean, that's the unfortunate thing, is we lose a piece of data, right? Think about how many people accurately put their concessions in the MLS when they close a deal. Now we'll have concessions and we don't even know if that's going to a buyer broker fee or not. It may or may not even be listed as concessions. So do we know? I mean, the accuracy and our ability to track data and shifts on data, right? Because one of the things we could always tell sellers was, oh, you wanted to list at 1%. Okay, well, let's see how many homes in the last, year have sold with a 1% commission in this area. We will not be able to have that conversation because there's not going to be any way to track that data. We're hoping that the MLSs will come up with a way that there is some way we can still track the data, even if it's after the fact, like as the deal closes, that number gets put in there, but I'm not sure that it'll be allowed. So we have no idea. Yeah.
Do you think the July date is going to be the hard fast date?
No.
Maybe July 29th or something.
No, but I think what's really, really important, and I know I've got a group of seasoned agents in here, but please realize nothing has changed yet. I'm getting new agents coming in saying, well, they heard from so-and-so and they heard this. It's like, look, folks, you can hear everything you want. At this point, nothing has changed. Your co-brokes are in the MLS. Yes, some sellers are putting zeros in the MLS. That was legal months ago, and yes, we're starting to see it. So you need to open your eyes. I'm not saying that, but please don't change everything you're doing right now for something that we don't know exactly how it's going to play out. There are associations, there are brokerages all across the country that are making changes right now. Realty One Group is not choosing to do that for a reason. This is still fluid, okay? NAR is making certain changes. We are waiting for those to be concrete, but the judge has not ruled. So, you know, we are watching this and we are watching carefully. Please come on Wednesdays or dial up on Wednesdays, because this Wednesday I will be upstairs for a CE class. We'll try to figure out if we can get the screen here on for you guys. But otherwise, that Waking Up to Win, Realty One Group has people that are watching this each and every week and are bringing updates to us. But until we have all that, I'll show you a new form. I think I threw it in here just to show you. We are trying to create things to help you along. But at this point, other than starting to use the buyer broker agreement, just hang on there, okay? So let's take a look at these numbers and see what's going on here. We started over there with the list price and stuff. Housing supply decreased, but really not very much. This is 3.3, it was at 3.68. Like, this is not a huge decrease. None of these numbers moved very much, right? So 504 is where we are from 498. Like a little bit of a jump, okay? Make sure Joni's got her photo and then I'll move. Okay, I've been tracking this. I took out the early part of last year. So this is from basically the July through October, because these are 3-month modules, right? And so I'm tracking this. If you guys ever want to see this, please let me know. Obviously, it gets saved on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook, so you can see that at some other point. But what I'm doing is just tracking each month just to see what those changes are. They're from the report that I do. That's this report now. Whoops, let me go. Hold on. Trying to move this guy out of the way. Okay, so this is our 10-mile radius. This is the one that we typically are watching more closely because it impacts right around this office. Now realize that this goes to the edge of Tempe, right? 10 miles is not even into Central Phoenix. It's past that. So understand 10 miles is a large area, but we can see just where the movement is. Median sales price increased to 717,000. That's up 17,000. But the list price decreased 20,000. So I think there was some adjustment probably in our $1 million homes. Remember, because we're picking up all of Paradise Valley here. Mm-hmm. So I think that's part of that shift. The supply decreased, but it really didn't decrease very much. So any questions about those? All right. I'm going to keep putting this slide up here. Please, please, please don't believe everything you're hearing online. I took a little bit of time and went on to that Arizona Real Estate Forum and just I had to pull myself away from commenting on some of the incredibly naive comments on there, and just really out of line with people not understanding how associations work. People are like, Phoenix Association needs to change their forms. Like, Phoenix can't change their forms until NAR changes their bylaws, and then AAR changes their bylaws, and then it goes to the local associations. They are all in tandem together. They work cohesively. So you can't have one just go off and do something else. So please understand that NAR meeting, the mid-year meeting is the first week of March, I believe. I think people with AAR right now, are they still in Wyoming? Does anybody know if they're still in Wyoming right now? they're back. They just got back. So AAR folks were at a meeting in Wyoming. And then we have people in this office. The treasurer of NAR is in this office. We have people on AAR, Phoenix Association, on the armless committees for form revision. So we are getting updates as quickly as we can, but we are not taking action on anything until things officially change, or until we get close enough that we know what those official changes are actually going to be.
You know,
So-
Melissa, you should actually go on that forum and say something because you're a broker. And actually people would like to hear more from brokers than these morons that are on there just making every single thing.
You should go on the forum and do it.
Why don't you just say that, Joni? You say that. You know what? Tell them if they really want to hear what's going on, come to our office meeting. Tell them to come join Realty One Group.
I would not suggest that you do.
Me?
Nobody should come in.
Oh yeah, don't invite that, not on that platform. If you'd like to invite people to join us, please do, but not on that platform. Thank you. If social media is overwhelming you, please turn it off. As a parent of teenagers, I will tell you that sometimes you just need to shut the technology off. What's really important for you to think about is change creates opportunity. So my question to all of you is, what is your opportunity? What are you going to do with this opportunity, right? How are you going to take advantage of the changes in this market? As you hear people panic, I mean, the biggest thing I hear is sales pitches, right? I hear all the sales pitches. You want to learn about this? Come here. It's just $295. Come join us, right? I mean, I can't tell you how many sales pitches I am seeing all over the place, right? They have all the information. It's fascinating. They have the information when the judge has not ruled on the case, but they have the answer to it all. So please figure out what you plan to do. Culture. I love this about Realty One Group. We have the opportunity to make things our own. We have a group of people that gets together and tries to figure that out. We'd love to have some more people join us. They come up with what our evening and afternoon activities are, as well as our volunteer activities. So please let me know if you'd like to join that. How many of you have joined the Realty One Group YouTube channel? So let me see if I can get out of this for just a second. Can I stop? Oops, stop sharing. Hang on, folks, they're online. Sorry. I am going, oh, maybe I should still share my screen. Let's see. What I want to do is just go, nope. How do I get out of my big screen? There we go. Just to make sure you guys are seeing this. So if you've not gone in here, let's move this way, right? If you click on videos over there, see how there's videos here? We have my last, I guess it was a Tuesday training and tactics. I did the slideshow on the NAR settlement. We had a great conversation, though. It was not all on that. It was a really good conversation. Our March office meeting, right? Setting expectations, title commitments. If you don't know what title commitments are, here's an opportunity for you to look at it. It's a 50-minute meeting, right? Come join that. You can sit down and do it. You can do it at 2 in the morning. You do it in your PJs. Doesn't matter. You have access to all of this. For those that don't know, we went all the way back. Oh my gosh. I went back and took stuff from Mandy Neat back in early 2023. So this goes all the way back before me. We took her office meetings. We had all of those on Zoom and we grabbed them and put them out there for you. So please don't forget that that is there. Please join and subscribe to our channel that's out there. All right, let me go back to a full screen. And I believe, well, actually, let me check my phone here real quick. We're trying to see if we have an answer to something. We do not. So those of you saw our One Cares note in the Sunday newsletter. We immediately got calls from some of you that are in the pet industry and volunteering and said, why are we doing something with them? So we do listen to you. We are not doing a volunteer effort there at that location. We are working on another location. I'm going to quickly fly past the 2 slides that I had prepared. We're waiting on confirmation, so I can't share that location with you. But how many of you know what One Cares is? I hope all of you know what One Cares is. Does everybody understand what One Cares is?
I have a question. So, there were locations to walk the dogs. And
Yep,
nip them,
we're
and
not-
We're not doing.
We're not doing that. We're doing a different location. Different organization.
What's wrong with that location? Yeah.
I'm not gonna, I don't have the details. I was just told we're pulling out of that that company.
But we're still doing something.
Yes, we are still doing something and you can still register. I don't have the time or location.
But
And it's gonna be
animals?
it's gonna be animals this year. Yep, we're trying to find another location.
That
One of the
That one where Brian had set up, that was the where we walked the dogs.
Yeah, we're looking in, I don't know what that is. We've got people working on that right now. So one of the challenges is when we have 30 to 60 people to go volunteer places, people are like, no, like we can't deal with you. So we're trying to give them 2 different time slots so that we can split up and go at different times. Hi, Dave. So we do end up doing that. I'm going to take your video off just for our screen because we can't see our screen here. So, but One Cares is the organization. It is a part of Realty One Group. So ever since Cuba started Realty One Group, they started a foundation to, well, it didn't start originally, but they started a way to give back. And One Cares gives back each and every day, actually. You can donate trees through the One Tree, One World Agent Tithe program. When you close a deal, there's an option to give a tree so that will plant trees for you. You can log your hours of community service on here so it shows just how much Realty One agents around the world give back. When we donate funds through, like when we did our holiday party and you bought your ticket, that all went to the One Cares program and all was then given out to a local a community organization here that we chose. So that all goes back to our community. Things go back all around the country. So on May 1st, what's significant about May 1st? Does anybody know? Whoops, let me go back. What's significant about May 1st? Anybody know? Realty One Group was founded on May 1st, 19 years ago in Las Vegas. And so they use that day as the One Cares Day. And so we always give back on May 1st. We try to do something where we are physically going out and sharing our tools, our hands, our resources to help the community around us. So if you would like to help come up with where to do that next year, please join our culture club or let me know some suggestions. It's hard when we've got such a diverse group of people to find things that will balance what everybody's willing to participate in. We will never be able to get it 100% right, but we look forward to connecting. Watch for your newsletter either on Wednesday, or we will know by Sunday where exactly we are going to be going. And I'm going to quickly flip. Oh, no, I'm not.
Is there only one time a year that you're in the middle where?
No, so we can go out on another day. We've done the food bank multiple Saturdays. One of our agents, I think out of the North Scottsdale office, coordinates to do the food bank quarterly. So we almost always have a quarterly sign up that you can go join with that, which is a lot of fun. I've been there with you, Joni. That was great fun. I took my daughter one time. And that's just an awesome opportunity. So no, we can sign up to do that anytime we want to put that together, if we can get a group of people together to go. And it's often easier when there's only 10 people rather than 30, 40, 50, 60. Most organizations have a really difficult time dealing with that large of a group. But last year we went and repainted and planted and did all sorts of stuff. I didn't even make it over there. There were so many people, and I think it started at 8 or 8:30 and they were done at 10 because they just didn't have enough things. A lot of hands make light work, right? You have that many people and they gave us what they had for us to do and we knocked it out. So I was headed that direction and got a call saying we're all done and heading out. So we just want to try to set up something so we can really support those organizations. Okay, so let me try to figure out how to go past that. And we're gonna go to our guests here with Offerpad. Come on over. We got two of, oh, just one of you, just one of you's coming up.
Coming up.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go there. Just, you should be able to click that, but I'm gonna get you into that.
Oh,
So you-
fabulous.
because that's why I have, people
Good
wonder
morning.
why I have that there, but it's so I can see that I'm actually on the screen.
Yeah. Good morning. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you for
You're
having me.
welcome. Thank
Um,
you.
Been here before. Just wanted to share an update. Most of you know that we pay a full 3% agent referral fee. Let me go back to who I am. I'm Deborah E. Leon. Sorry, I'm getting over the whole pneumonia. I'm good. Went to the doctor yesterday, but been under the weather. These will be on the table. Deborah E. Leon, I've been with Offerpad for, like I mentioned earlier, almost 4 years. I'm the National Director of Partnerships and was brought on to start this program. So since we started the last, since 2020, we've been paying a full 3% to agents who have sellers who need a cash offer, who need the convenience of it for whatever the reason may be, whether it be divorce, whether it be 20 dogs in the home, whether it be everyone's working from home and they just don't want to deal with the intricacies, right? I mean, it is what it is. That being said, that's been the 3%. 72% of homeowners, they have been preferring this option just overall. Where we're at is that we prefer working with the agent community. I prefer working with the agent community. Why? Because you know what you're doing. You're the expert. You're the one who is the advisor saying, hey, this is the CMA. This is what's going on. Here are your options. What works best for you? Effective February 13th, what I had been asking for, and we're finally doing it, so yay, I'm excited. There was several of us, is that when you bring your seller, we buy the home, we pay you your full 3% referral fee. The seller's happy, they move, they do what they need to do. We then take the home, we renovate it, we do what we are planning to do to the home. Once that is done, we're taking that home, giving it back to the agent who brought us that seller so that they can list. That's our 3+1. So excited about this. We've had several, effective February 13th. So we've had several that have now moved into this, and we're getting great response from the agent community that we are partnered with. The benefit is that when we give it back to you, you're representing Realty One. Offerpad then is your client. So we're the customer, you're the agent, you're the brokerage, and you're listing it, you're getting those buyer leads. So this is just an added value that we're presenting to the agent community. Yes, ma'am. So 3% plus give it back to us to list for you, and you're only giving us 1%?
Yep. Correct. But that's what most investors do. For most investors, if you're selling, because you're getting the money on the buy side. So if you're gonna relist, for most investors, they pay you a nominal fee on that end. Well, this is something that we're offering. So if it makes sense, instead of where before we weren't giving it back to you, now we're giving it back. If you'd like, you don't have to. You don't have to take it. We have agent partners that we will hand it to that really enjoy getting those buyer leads from that listing, right? It's another opportunity. So at the end of the day, this truly, it's a very simple. I only brought 4 slides. If you're interested in learning more about that, it's just an opportunity for a solution, right? Our goal is not to take your place. Our goal is not to, do you want me to move that?
I was trying to move my bar, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I think they can still grab that. And the little postcards are there. This really is just a tool, right? We've had, Melissa can speak to, a transaction. Yep. That one of your agents we worked with on, and we were able to support not just the agent, the seller, because ultimately our job is to provide the best solution for the customer, right? At the end of the day, it's about the customer. What's right for the customer? So when you have a customer
who, you know, like this isn't gonna work. Traditional isn't probably the best option. Let's give you an option that may work, and they may still say no, and it's okay. The goal with us is this isn't a obligatory request for an offer. What it does is just provides another solution. So when you're presenting to that seller, this is how we can list it traditionally, or there's a cash offer option if it makes sense for you. If they choose it, great. If they don't, fabulous. There's no skin off, you know, your elbows.
Now, do you need to get that offer before you put it in the MLS?
So yes, the three things: pre-MLS, not listed in the last 30 days, and we need a few photos that are non-MLS photos. So that helps determine that you are in relationship or in conversations with this potential seller, right? Because what we don't want is agents finding FSBOs out there and submitting to try and get a listing based off of a cash offer. Yeah, they don't. Most don't, but some do. I mean, there was a situation where there was an agent trying to sell a neighbor's home because they lived in a non-HOA situation. And that's why we came up with the pictures. It's like, well, at least if we have 5, 6 photos, non-MLS, we at least know they had a conversation. Yes, ma'am.
Are you willing to look at properties that need work?
That is actually what we prefer. So our goal is buy a home, renovate, put it back on the market within 100 days from the time it closes. So we last year renovated over 10,000 homes nationwide. That's what we do, and we do well. Now, I will say, being an agent partner of ours, if you have a home that you bring to us and it's like, yeah, we're not interested in buying it, but it needs work, you can still offer our renovation solution to your seller at our cost. We have a PM fee, which is like a 20%. It's still under market value. And a really quick, you can call Rebecca Hidalgo Reigns, who is Berkshire out in the East Valley. We started this pilot last year. She came to me, she uses us, and she's open about it, so I'm sharing. She sends everything through because it's an option. It's part of what she does on her listing presentations. And this home was an $800,000 property. It needed about 80,000 in her, you know, she's like, I think it needs about 80,000. We looked at it, we're like, yeah, this isn't something we're wanting to do. She's like, gosh, she's like, they don't have the money to do I can't list it for what I know it can sell for without these repairs. And it was last year when things were a little on the slower side, right? And so I raised my hand at her company and I said, hey, is there any way that our renovation team can look at this house? Like, they need work. Can we give this a gander? And they're like, well, sure. So they went and they scoped the property. I'm throwing rough numbers out there. It was a $30,000 job. We got it done. So we look at it $1,000 per day. So if it's a $30,000 job, 30 days. If it's a $10,000 job, it's going to take us 10 days. We finished on a Wednesday. It was staged by Friday. And by Sunday, how many offers did she say she had? It was ridiculous. It wasn't the double digits. So that's what we're also here to do. So there's a lot more to this. I don't want to take up a lot of time. I've been here before with Mandy as well. So it's an option. Shauna Guzman, who is not here today, but is in this office. She also works with us. She's closed with us several. And as she says, it's an option, right? So instead of the customer coming to us directly and you not being able to help them through the process and not earn a 3% referral fee, it's just an option to have to say, hey, I've already done that work for you. Here are the options. What works?
So how many of you have closed a deal with Offerpad? Am I the only one in the room? No. Lee? No? Maybe one?
Maybe.
Okay, well, I agree with what Deborah's saying. It should be a part of your tool chest, right? Because if nothing else, it may take that seller from understanding that your comments on what the price of the home is due to the condition, and then you get an offer that you have not shared with them your information, right? And all of a sudden you get an offer from Offerpad just randomly, let's say you've told them that the home is gonna be between, I don't know, 450 to 500. And you get an offer from them at 455. You know, when your client was like, oh, no, I'm at 500, I'm at 500 all day long. And then they get this offer of 455, they're all of a sudden, oh, wait a minute, maybe my realtor has some knowledge there. So for no other reason, get that to help your conversation with your own client. It only takes a few minutes.
Right,
Right.
it's a 5 minute.
So the reason probably a lot of us have not worked with them is because their business model, unless you've changed it, or what your offers are, were ridiculous. Even though the property needed work and the client knew that, and so did I. When I called them, just like with Open Door, the same thing. The offers that came in were like absurd. And even though it's a cash offer, I don't care. Money is money. And the bottom line is it was always way too far fetched. So that's why I've never worked. I have worked with Open Door because they actually changed their business
Their
model,
formula.
a little differently, and they've come up better, and my clients were thrilled.
Right.
But that's what my question would be is.
Yeah, well, absolutely. And that's fair. Like, I will tell you, it is home by home. We don't have a formula that if a house comes in, it's 30% below. We are looking to, this is insider here, is 3 to 4% ROI from beginning to end. So we're looking at the end game, and it's where's the home, what is the neighborhood, what are the comps, and that's how we build it out. So to Melissa's point right now, we have made offers on home. We just, in Dallas, there's the associate of Canopy Realty, Jennifer Parker. You can reach out to her out in Dallas. She's closed 3 with us. One was an investor, one was a divorce, and one, just the most recent, was her parents' home. Each case, different scenario. This investor one, that she thought there is no way in hell Offerpad is going to give them a good deal. Why? Because this investor had flipped it already. So what she was going to list it for, we actually offered more. And that was the like, oh, wait a second. So yeah, it is case by case. And on some offers, it is well below market. So in a lot of those cases, we won't even offer because we don't want to insult the seller. But a lot of times the agent is persistent. No, just give me the offer anyhow. I just want to know what you would offer. Well, we don't want to insult the seller. Like, this isn't a home that we're willing to pay this dollar amount for. Yes, Kathy.
And the reality of it is that sellers are gonna come to us too. They're gonna buy houses. That happens a lot. So wouldn't you rather get in their home and submit it to us? They don't have to accept it versus them coming to our site. Because if they come to us first and then you go to their home, we won't work with you. If they enter their information in and 2 weeks later, they were like, well, and they come to you, we won't provide an offer to you. So, I mean, that's the reality.
So I know what Joni's saying, but
Yeah.
so, yeah, Leaf, and then Jan, you're next.
I know what she's saying too, but I've had some houses that need help, and you get all these baloney wholesaler offers. And it's just, it was the same, but their business model seems to have changed, where they're remodeling them better.
Yeah.
Well, just like Open Door, their business model in the very beginning was amazing. Because they actually did the renovations and they weren't just doing lipstick on a pig.
Right.
Then all of a sudden it's lipstick on a pig, and people were like, oh, this is ridiculous. They didn't even want to see an Open Door listing.
Right, yeah,
Right.
for a while.
Well, and the difference there is we pride ourselves on our renovation work. So, I'm not out there doing the work myself. So but what I do know is just from the feedback that we've been receiving from our agent partners currently, that 67% of them continue to come back because of the experience that they do have working with us.
you'll send us an offer, we don't have to force it possibly with this.
Oh,
No.
No. It's just part of your, it's part of your package.
Yeah.
You tell your sellers that you're going to work on the,
I think
Okay.
what everybody, I think the
That's
whole
the best
idea is
part,
to
right?
bring us a tool. It's case by case. If it feels that it can advantage you and your client. Because
Fabulous.
if you approach them before, then you can get paid. But if the client has approached before and then you bring in the same address, then
Definitely
you're
wanna
out.
ask them if they.
And that's happened. So I like to say it's cover your assets. Cover your assets. It takes 3 to 5 minutes. It's an added, we may not offer on the home, and you can even bring that, like, this investor's not even, they're not interested. So this is what we probably need to do. But unless you have any other questions, please feel free to call me. There's cards on the table. I don't need to talk and run, but I do need to get to Chandler to the forum with our commissioner who's there right now. So
Awesome. Go
thank
say
you,
hello
Melissa.
go say hello to Susan.
will do.
Hey, Pearl, before, with the property, how long does it take you to get
Oh,
over there?
great question. 24 hours. If you need it, like same day, just, you have my numbers on there. You can text me the address after you submit it. They get a free local move and all kinds of fun stuff. It's on the back of that card as well. All right. Thank you for your time.
Hi, thank you.
Bye. Thank you, guys. Okay. So, I just want to make sure you guys know that we've put together a calendar for Scottsdale, North Scottsdale, and Paradise Valley. It is in the weekly newsletter. Okay. We are putting CE classes. There should be a CE class every other month on there that is free for you. Ours is next week. No, it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow upstairs. There you go. Hold on, let me move this out of the way.
What's her topic again?
Disclosure, is it enough? Okay, so, and yes, if you have not registered, please do it. We'll have to check with Heather here real quickly, but and then next week there is a join and learn. This is a Zoom on Elevate Your Buyer Consultation. That is on 4/11. That is this Thursday, sorry. So again, these things are on there. The join and learn is not there, so I want to make sure you guys know. Whoops.
Do you know if that's going to be recorded? Because I did sign up for it, but I haven't.
So on Rock University, how many of you have logged into Rock University?
It's amazing.
Okay, you guys, everyone needs to go to Rock University and become a, what's it called? A VIP. So,
Also on the YouTube channel, everything they do is on the YouTube channel, Rock University.
well, but I want them to go on and log in here because the training schedule, for those of you that this training schedule is on here, these are the upcoming 4/11 and 4/18 are Zoom presentations. Those afterwards will be recorded and will be put on Rock University as well as their video or YouTube channel. Thursdays and Mondays, they are always providing us resources and tools. The Realty One Group orientation at 10 a.m. on Thursdays, and Mondays, the One Suite training. I've had a lot of people call me and say, how do I set up my website? That is the information in this One Suite training. It is not that difficult, folks. We have YouTube after YouTube. Some of those are literally 6-minute YouTubes to tell you how to add a little tab on your website. So please go to those. We provide you those resources. Also, every week on Fridays, we have our Rev Up presentations. This Friday is pre-listing presentations and successful open houses. So those are taught on Zoom, but they have a manager teaching them live. Then if you are not connected, you are members of AAR, you are members of one of the local associations. AAR every month has classes. Many of those classes are free to you. We Serve has, look at all these dots. These are all different classes that are taking place. If you're with Phoenix Association, the top one is Scottsdale Association, right? There are things each and every week in all of these associations. So please go onto your local association and see what is coming up. If you have not signed up for the ABR, I highly recommend it. Okay, I've got to get this out of here for just a second. I don't know why this is not disappearing. Usually it goes away. I don't know how to do that.
Top right, those three dots.
Yeah, it won't disappear though. Usually it just, oh, hold on. I got to go back to this. All right. People are asking me about what they do. I'm going to just put this on the bottom. This is not there yet. This will be in your working documents. And I hope everybody understands, to get to our working documents, you go to SkySlope, not SkySlope forms. Okay. We have working documents that are under SkySlope. You go to the tab that says Office Docs, and then on the left-hand side, a folder will pop up with Paradise Valley. This document will be on there probably later this week if it's not there yet. It is called the commission addendum. This is to try and address if for some reason the amount in the MLS does not currently match your buyer broker agreement, okay? So you can address this with this form. How, so read through it. It's pretty simple form. This will take precedence so that we can get information to title and get paid. This will not always work because some sellers are going to say, no, I'm not going to pay any more that way, but I will pay it through a seller concession. This is not a seller concession. This is a commission addendum, right? If they're paying it as a part of a seller concession, it is then on the contract and it's going to the buyer. It is not going from the listing agent. This is listing agent to buyer agent, all right? So it's just something there to have if you need it. So it is a new document that has just been created. Let's see what else I have. If you don't know, our Monday mastermind went to a Tuesday training in tactics. And so every Tuesday we'll have something at 10 a.m. Summits 2025. If you are not aware already of getting a free year, not paying monthly, refer 3 agents to us. I've got several agents that have referred folks to us and they're about to get a free year. So wanted to thank Melinda and Roberta and Art for our lovely snacks this morning. Thank you, thank you. Rock Title is in the house as always, and I'm gonna move out of the way. I'll let you guys go.
I'm Melinda Johnson. I'm the sales executive for Rock Title, and these two good-looking people, Roberta and the Art of Escrow. And we can't say the Roberta of Escrow because that's not a good marketing move, right?
Does not sound good.
So anyway, we can help you with those things, but I wanted to bring, someone had a good question when I come in and someone actually needed to use the props. But every month I put out there a pop by so you can stay in front of your clients, you can get referrals, be top of the mind. And there's a little cards back there and somebody asked, one of them says, thank you for being an amazing client. And I had a jar of honey on there. And I already punch hold those, but just punch hold your business card and attach it to it and just take it to the client. And then the other one says, you and your referrals are the world to me. And I just bought these little globes. They were on Amazon and just, attach that card, your business card and take it to them. And it just, was just a special touch and it's not that expensive. The jar I got at Sprouts of honey was like $9. And the globe was also $9 as well. And they're always back there. I just want to remind everyone, here's a sample of a card here so you can see. I hope you can see it. Is next month is Mother's Day. And I have a really precious one for mothers. But remember that it comes mid-month. So you have to plan ahead because you have to get those out before Mother's Day, not after Mother's Day. So it's really important to do that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do title topics and we have 2 great Rock Title bags again. We have 2 questions for you and whoever comes up with the answer first gets a Rock Title bag. Okay, who's first?
You got your question?
Oh, okay. Whoever can yell this loudest because we are going to instill in this you. What does ROC, R-O-C stand for?
Ready?
Open, close.
Okay, and you've got to, are you gonna do?
You can hand it out. I'll do the final.
All right, and my question is, on the purchase contract, how many days does it say the buyer has to deposit earnest money? Leaf. It does not. Leaf got it right. So when you are working with your buyer, set an expectation on when they need to get that money in. We have we have a few options. On earnest money, we can take any type of check, personal, unless it's closing in 5 days, personal, cashier's check, whatever type of check. We can also do a wire. For the check, we have an app that your client can download that allows them to mobile deposit. They take a picture of the check and it comes right to us. So very convenient, very easy. I've had old and young alike navigate it and not had any issues. And then closing funds do have to be guaranteed funds. So we have to have a wire or a cashier's check for closing funds.
That's all I got.
I'm hoping by the end of the year, everybody has a rock bag. The ready, open, close. I'm really hoping that happens. Thank you for having us again.
Thank you. And for those taking listings, don't forget, if you put rock title on your listing, there's specific verbiage in there, but you can save 50% off the escrow fee for both the buyer and seller. I just saw that happen with somebody that the other side did not want to change until they realized that their buyer was saving money. Because 50% off escrow, by the way, is more than the investor rate. They're like, oh no, we get the investor rate. I'm like, yeah, you might want to check what that is, because it's usually 25 to 30%, not 50%. So you can negotiate to get that changed and go upstairs with rock title. All right, so next, Derek, it's you. Come on up. Go out of that picture there. I'm gonna check what these chats are, what people are. Okay, no. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Good morning, everybody. Derek Riley with American Home Shield. So do me a favor, raise your hand if you like good news. Hey, pretty good turnout.
I hope everybody likes good news.
So I know obviously prices on everything from groceries to home prices are continue to go up. But straight from our CEO, we will not be increasing our prices on our plans this year. So yay. And then the other piece, so I'll make sure to send it out because obviously not quite the big turnout, but there's a new phone number for our Realtor concierge line where when, say, for example, I'm in an office meeting or maybe I'm at a happy hour, because I like happy hours. And so we've got a phone number that I recommend saving in your phone. Again, I'll send it out to the team. And that way, again, if there's either a service escalation, something pops up, a client calls you and they say, hey, like, especially heading into May, June, starts to heat up, AC goes out. I'm here for you. You can always share my information as well with your clients, but this will just be another tool for you. But since I didn't do a trivia question today, everybody wins. So we're gonna do some Ferrero Rocher chocolates. I'll put them out on the table and then you can grab it on the way out. But thank you so much for having me.
Awesome, thank you. And there, his contact information as always is at the bottom of the newsletter. And then my Wednesday updates every week I switch highlighting. So make sure I get a slide on that. We'll create a special slide for that new phone number so you guys can all see that. All right, Miss Barb, what's going on with the, oops, that came, see, now it disappeared. How did that happen? No, my thing, but the whole bar disappeared finally. Oh my God, over here. Oh my God, I'm trying to get over there. Hi. I can see it right here. Yeah, I have to like stand. No, I just pulled it to the side, so you're okay. Here we go. There.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. I'm a little taller than Melissa on the
You
camera.
are.
Barb Spitzak with Epic Lending. I know we don't have as big of a group today, but you know, there's a lot of people on vacation, right? It's starting to be vacation mode. But interest rates, you know, I've been hearing some talk about there might not be as many decreases by the end of the year. I hope that's not the case, but I mean, definitely we'll be seeing some kind of decreases between now and next spring. But we still have our rate rebound program. It's good for 5 years. So if you have people that are concerned about what the rates are now, they can still get into a home and refinance with us up to 5 years at no lender fees and $1,000 towards title multiple times, as long as they make 6 payments on their mortgage. So we have that program. We have the 1-0 temporary buy down program that pays 2/3 of that cost. The client or the seller concessions can cover the other third, and that allows them to have 1% lower for the first 12 payments, which brings people out to next June, basically, at this point. So it's a great opportunity for people to still get in homes. And now down payment assistance programs are coming back. So people that have been on the sidelines in your pipeline that haven't had the funds to put down in a house, now would be a good time to bring them forward and see if they qualify for one of the available programs that are out there. We have one that's at 5.9%, which is lower than the regular FHA rate. We have one at 5.75% for Pinell County. It all depends on their income, their situation, but they're not all that small of a box. Some are a little bit bigger of a box for them to fit in. And the one that's with Home and Five right now is phenomenal. So reach out to me. I'm happy to go through all of that with you. But we are definitely getting creative with our all-in-one loan, our construction all-in-one loan. That's a one-time close, home funded. We have a lot of proprietary products that could really help your clients. So reach out. I'm happy to have a one-on-one with you. And there's a question.
So on Good Morning America this morning, they were saying that everybody needs to realize that interest rates may actually be at 8% all the way through next year, if not higher.
Well, they're not at 8 right now.
This is Good Morning America.
Yeah, but Good Morning America was wrong on the NAR stuff. Just take that with a grain of salt.
I'm not, if they've been right all along about a lot of things. So
Okay.
my personal, I'm just putting it out there, what they're
Sure.
saying, that the public is hearing this.
I know.
I heard it. I'm an agent.
I know.
So I know that the rates right now are not at 8, but they're saying they are going to go to 8 and probably stay to 8. They're not going to come back down like everybody was saying they were going to. So
And they could. None of us have a crystal ball,
Right.
right? So we're going to keep being creative as the lending company that caters to you. And, we will look for solutions to help you with your buyers. So.
Yeah, I've been wondering, I don't even know if you can answer this question, because now with buyers, kind of the commissions.
Possibly.
All goes through.
Possibly.
Possibly.
No, wait. Let me clarify, folks, just so you know, the only thing about NAR is that the co-broke can't be in the
Yeah.
MLS.
It
That-
can't be in there,
that-
right.
just in the MLS.
Okay.
Doesn't mean sellers
That is
can't
what
pay
it
it.
happened. I was just wondering how it will affect lenders, like, I just know I have somebody in the family, they're
Sure.
very young, graduated college, thinking of buying a house. And the fear of like, oh my gosh, now, trying to get the down payments and all their closing costs that if they would have a commission on top of that. Is there any talk of how that could be put into a loan? possibly?
There is talk about it.
Is
I don't know
there?
when that will happen or if it'll happen, but Fannie and Freddie are definitely talking about possible solutions. I mean, the current solution, if that happens, is, max seller concessions if possible to meet some of those needs of first-time home buyers especially.
Technically, that's in there today. No one always has the amount of.
That they could do.
Charging for the house. Technically, it's in the loan.
Right, but seller concessions don't have to cover that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But they can.
Yeah, so remember, for Fannie and Freddie, for them to change, actually literally requires an act of Congress.
Okay.
How efficient has our Congress been in the last, we're on vacation again, 10 years, right? So it literally will require for all those people to come up with an agreement. So they're meeting right now to figure out what they want to propose, but whether or not they can get that through Congress is a totally different story. The VA is also looking to try and see whether there's any options with that.
That's the bigger
But-
concern because
right.
they're not allowed to pay commissions at all.
But the big reminder though, and this is why these forums it really bothers me on the forum, because they're sitting there talking about that sellers won't be able to pay commissions. That is not what the ruling says. The only thing the ruling says is that it cannot be offered in the MLS. Does not say that the seller cannot offer it. Okay, and we've got a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, sellers aren't paying. Wait, folks, no, that is not true. So it's up to you as a listing agent, when you take that listing, to educate your sellers about the benefit of paying the buyer closing costs. Your very point, right? If you're selling a home that is for first-time home buyers, right? And the seller doesn't understand, oh, no, don't try to do that. All right, it's not gonna. So, the only thing that you can do with that is educate those sellers so that they understand that it is to their benefit that they pay those closing costs. If they don't want to, then it's up to you as a listing agent right now and in the future if you want to take that listing. That I've heard some agents say, you know what, I'm not going to take that listing. That's their choice. You have that choice, right? That all depends on how you want to run your business. And here at Realty One Group, we let you create that and do that on your own. That is all your design. right? So it is completely up to you, and we're not going to dictate that any which way. There will be some agents that will say, I won't do it unless the seller's paying broker fees. And there'll be other agents that'll be like, I don't care if they pay them, I'll take them, every listing up and down the thing. And there'll be some of our agents that will probably do flat rates. I'll take your listing for XYZ dollars. Great. That's it. They can do that. You all have the choice to do that. You run your business, okay? As long as it's within the legal, right, the laws. But there is nothing wrong with choosing to have a checklist of what you're going to offer as services. And maybe this service is this price and you want this added service is this price. Is that the way I chose to do my business? Or was it the way that I would be doing my business if I were full-time today? No, it would not. But that doesn't mean you can't do it. That you have to be comfortable with how you're going to do your business. And that's what I talk about with this opportunity. How are you going to use this opportunity? So you've got a lot of choices. Yeah.
So I watched a, Zoom last Thursday with, Leah Wolf Kramer. On
Yep.
how to win that
Yep.
listing before you even get out there to it.
Correct.
It was amazing. And to your point of these options, I had never done this until you.
Yep.
But she's got a slide that she offers 3 different options for the seller to choose from. And she does the middle one to what is like pretty normal and what she's hoping that they're gonna do, because a lot of times sellers will go, no, I'm not gonna go for the highest and I'm not gonna go for the lowest. So they land in the middle, which is at the 2.5% and she shows on that slide and that option, what she actually is going to do for that. So it was actually for this new opportunity we have, to me, it makes sense to do that. And she had a lot of really good suggestions her presentation was phenomenal.
And that is recorded. You can all find it on Rock University. It is one of the training videos. It was one of those presentations. It was just last week. And I have not had a chance to see it, but I did hear some great comments about it.
Who did it again?
Leah Wolf Kramer, our Goodyear managing broker.
And it's how to win the listing before you even go to the appointment.
Right. And I think that's the thing that's so important is that these changes, yes, there are changes. People don't like change. I understand that. But sometimes these changes can help you really do your job better and be able to communicate better. The one thing I love about this is that it's opening these avenues of communication from agents that have not been willing to talk about buyer broker agreements, have not been willing to talk about their commissions, and even listing agents that kind of said, oh, this is kind of what I'm going to do. Step up your game. What are you doing for that price? What are you doing to help your sellers? So I'm sorry for jumping in there. So go ahead.
No, it's totally fine. And you guys can reach out to me with any questions you have along the way. None of us know what's really going to happen down the line. And we hope they come down. We hope interest rates come down. If they don't, people are still going to buy houses. So, we have to get creative in how we help them do that. So reach out anytime. My information's always in the newsletter. Melissa has it, and I'm sure you're getting my Monday market movements. If you're not, let me know and I'll make sure you're getting those. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Barb. Okay. I just have this slide here. Whoops. And I was given a Post-it note. What happened to it? Oh, here. So for those of you that are working and doing JB's event, or anybody that would like to register for JB's event, he came last month. Does anybody here want that registration? Come see me. I have the URL where you can sign up for it. It is going to be, I have Tuesday, April 10th. That is,
16.
Oh, April 16th, next Tuesday from 11:15 to 3:45. Thank you. Any questions? No, he could not join us today. All right, we're going to end with this and we can get out of here. Anybody got any buyers? Buyer needs.
McCormick Ranch.
Okay.
3 bedrooms, 3 baths. 2-car garage is okay, prefer a 3-car garage. Pool is a must. Maybe 26 to 2,800 square feet. Doesn't have to be completely remodeled, but needs to be nice. And up to 1.4.
That's great. McCormick Ranch. So yes.
I'll be soon listing a property, single family home in Sun Lake. 22 to 2300 square feet, very nice, nicely remodeled, simple. Remodel whatever was needed. I would say if we list anywhere between 480 to 490.
Make sure our Gilbert office knows. They have a couple agents that do a ton in Sun Lake. So make sure once you got information on it to get it out there to them too, on their Facebook group. Any other buyer, seller, either way? Any new listings?
I have one.
Yes.
I have one, next to Greenway and the 17. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. And it is just about 1,500 square feet. It's listed just under 450,000 and it's on a 12,300 acre square foot lot. So it's perfect lot.
And that's Alexandria. Sorry, I had to pull up that to see who is talking. Okay. Anybody else? Buyers, sellers? Please reach out to each other. If you need contact information for the folks online, let me know. I've got it. Thank you so much for sticking around. Our next meeting is, on May 14th, second Tuesday in May. Have a great rest of April. Enjoy.
Okay, thanks, Melissa.
Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you guys online. Thanks for joining us.